So our next guest is the legendary for Polk County, legendary nationwide Pitmaster, Chad Ward.
Thank you guys for having me.
So where do we start? A local guy that finds his passion, and so you grew up here at Kathleen High School.
Yeah, yes, sir. Graduated Kathleen 1995. Born and raised here. I've traveled about 2 million miles for both of my careers, software and now barbecue. But always called Lakeland home. Just absolutely love it. Couple of businesses here, and wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
The Czar of Char.
Czar of Char.
I think Jack gets full credit.
Yeah, no, that's why I said it, so you can give him credit.
I love it, man. It was awesome. You know, one of the coolest things. I'm not just saying it because I'm here, but you know, in my barbecue career, I kind of went off for about a decade and still work with Traeger, the brand there, and got to see all over the country and meet all these folks and do all these neat things, but being able to come back to where you live, where you grew up, the place that means so much to you, and start working with you guys. And that's where the Czar of Char came from. And we decided we were going to partner together, and press release came out, and I was like, that may be like one of the coolest names.
That might be the thing. Well, and I'll say this. So before you got all big time on us, you and I were on 97 Country together. And before that, he was on Sports Central before he was on College Game Day. So I just want to throw that out there, Polk County. It started with us. So really, we're taking credit.
Hey, go for it. I'm all about it, especially when it points back home.
But speaking of pointing back home, Polk County, we talk about all the time with whether it's a leisure traveler or a sports tourism, individual family or whatever team coming into Polk County, they want it, nothing against any of the national brands, this is not a slight, but the visitors want to eat where the locals eat. Sure. And they want to taste that local cuisine. Right here in Polk County, there's a lot of barbecue.
Great barbecue. I mean, one of the things that we've been fortunate to shine light on is, Polk County is the barbecue capital of the state of Florida. Jack and the team at Visit Central Florida have done a great job of working that, and I think it's easy to work it when the proof is there and the evidence is there. But, a guy like myself, the memories of sitting there at Jimbo's at that picnic table with the pickles, and Grandpa and Dad and your mom right there, a full spare rib instead of a St. Louis rib. To me, barbecue is a very humble food. It's one of the reasons I like it. I feel like it's a great uniter. And when you look at Polk County, it's one of the things I love about it is we still have that nostalgia, that heritage, that we still believe in tradition. In barbecue, I don't know there's much more traditional cuisine, and the places, and what I love about it is we've got places that have been here forever, like Jimbo's, and we've got new places, Low and Slow, Honeybees, those kind of folks too. So I like seeing that it's not just the old stalwarts. We've also got some new up and coming brands coming through too.
And talking about tradition, Tigers BBQ.
Yes.
So, and we get to bring a true taste of Polk County to the Tigers BBQ.
Yes, I will tell you that, one of the things I'm so excited about is a man that grew up here. I remember Joker Marching Stadium, standing outside the clubhouse with my pop, trying to get Jack Morris's autograph, Cecil Fielder, all those guys, and now to be able to come out and be a part of the 79th annual Tiger BBQ. The only event still done today that kicks off spring training for any teams, Arizona or Florida. Once again, I just think that speaks of Polk County and who we are. Couldn't be more excited. 550, 600 folks. We're talking brisket, ribs, pulled pork, sausage, chicken, and all the fixings. how can you not get excited about that?
Yeah, and players right there with the public, and that's one of the great things about that story. And that my usual story is Brian, who works here, invited an older couple that he knows there. They went. They were complaining about the fact that they hadn't seen Miggy. And so the two gals are there talking about their no Miggy. All of a sudden they get
Miguel Cabrera. They get tapped on the shoulder. He's sitting behind them. And Miggy looks at the two of them and pats on his legs. And that was the photo that Brian, there's one sitting on each leg. Well, and you talk about community. You're talking about how proud you are to be from Polk County. We're talking about how proud we are to showcase the culinary options in Polk County. But the Tigers are proud to have been in Lakeland for so long.
Yes.
And this event, we don't really want other locations to figure this out, but coming together, literally breaking bread together is why this part of the reason why this relationship with the Tigers is the longest standing relationship with the current MLB team in a city.
this is what we do in Polk County, and you're tying barbecue into it. So not only that, but also talk to us about some of the competitions that are occurring in Polk County, because it's not just Polk County people coming to these things.
No, so we, we've got the Polk County Triple Crown, which we do every year, and that to me is amazing. We just had Pig Fest, which was a great turnout. Record numbers again. We've got Haines City coming up. That'll be our second stop, and then really excited about our third stop, which is an event that we're helping put on between Whiskey Bent, Visit Central Florida, and Camp Margaritaville, Pitmasters in Paradise, and that'll be April 24th, 25th. And we are super excited about it. I mean, beautiful venue. We're probably going to have, I would say, a minimum of 40, but potentially up to 60 teams, and they'll be from all over the country. I mean, I want to say Pig Fest, we had 18, 19 different states represented. And I think, Pitmasters in Paradise will be an easy 10 to 12 different states, because it's a great location. We've got a great reputation for hosting good contests in the county. So I think it'll be well attended. In the Triple Crown, what's cool to see is, out-of-state teams that have been heavy in the Triple Crown, Fred Vegas Smokers.
Yep.
They've done well in the Triple Crown. They just won Pig Fest. So right now, they're the odds-on favorite. Spoiler alert, he's all the way from Vegas.
Yeah,
Fred Vegas.
Yeah.
So the fact that we're West Coast, East Coast, but everybody wants to come right here to Polk County and do a little competition cooking.
And we've traveled to a couple of these different competitions around the country to promote our competition. And to see the guys, and they're like, Polk County, you're here, you're showing up, you care.
Yes.
It means something to the barbecue guys, and to get them back here where they know that this is their second home.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, a brief example. So, having the ability to travel across the country and meet a lot of folks, I always have a subset of friends that I invite for Pig Fest, from Idaho, from Georgia, all over the place. And they all come back. They all have such a great time. They love the event, but more than that, they love the atmosphere. And like you were saying, Neal, earlier, just being able to sit down over a plate of barbecue and talk about things and strengthen relationships and just have that time together, outside, socializing, eating great food. To me, there's nothing better.
Yeah.
And so I love that about being somewhere that you're so proud to be from, because when you say, hey, come and check out where I'm from, and people want to come back. And to me, that's so cool.
And I can't tell you the number of conversations and or deals that have been secured at People's Barbecue.
Yes.
Yes. But just before we lose sight of it, you can go to visitcentralflorida.com or .org for more information of these events that Chad's mentioning. But the Tiger BBQ is February 19th.
Yes, sir.
It's a Thursday evening. So that is a ticketed event, so you will have to go on the website. It'll send you to the ticket platform. And then there's also going to be information on there about the event at Margaritaville. And what were the dates on that again?
24, 25, right?
24th,
Yep,
25th.
April 24th and
April
25th.
24 and 25, okay.
And just Google Pitmasters in Paradise and it'll come up.
Yeah.
Or go to the Margaritaville website.
So let's go back to another part of this story that's part of the success is taking a passion, bringing people in from all over the country for these events, but also creating a business out of it. So becoming an entrepreneur within your own community. Talk to us real quick about Whiskey Bent.
Yeah, so with Whiskey Bent, it was one of those that kind of came out of necessity. Gotten into competition barbecue cooking, enjoyed it, was really surprised that Lakeland only had one other barbecue store at the time. And some would say it wasn't the friendliest store in the world. And so sitting around out by my pool with my cousin and my best friend, and we cobbled together a barbecue store on about $31,000 and some free rent for a couple of months, and just kind of went with the, if you build it, they will come. Knew the county loved barbecue, and we just needed to provide a great, friendly environment, knowledgeable. And man, we just had our about 12 and a half years now. And we've always tried to support the community, and my gosh, the community has really supported us, and we feel fortunate. And just and when you kind of step back and look, to me, being part of the Tiger BBQ is awesome, but now also to be part of spring training. We'll have an area for all 15 home games during the spring, be able to serve our food, and we don't do that a lot. We're a supply store, and usually if you want our food, you got to come to a class or an event, and to be able to know we're going to have 15 dates there at Joker Marchant during spring training, which is so dear to me and so many great memories. I love it, and to me, that's been the beauty of building the brand. And the other cool thing I like too is we've now gotten ourselves into manufacturing. So we have a craft side on the seasoning and sauce side. one thing as I was building the brand was I wanted to be able to partner with someone that was flexible and could do those kind of things, and we've kind of built that manufacturing capability right at our facility over off of Commerce Point. So just super excited to be able to do it and be able to do it here more than anything else.
What was that moment like when your food's being eaten on college game day in front of the country?
You kind of sit there and you're like, oh man, I hope this goes well. And when Pat McAfee goes, that's the best damn beef rib I've ever had in my life, kind of the pressure settles and you're like, all right, that's amazing. And what a lot of people don't know is, I toured with Game Day, and my girlfriend Julie joined me for a lot of it in 2019 and never got any on-air time.
Right.
And then we ended up getting the call in 23, I think, 23, 24, when it was in Utah, and they said, hey, do you mind coming out and doing it? What an experience, man.
Well, let me just remind you what I started the whole segment with, that you and I were on 97 Country before that happened, and you were on Sports Central before that happened.
Yes, sir.
But I don't see any food over here, so I'm just going to point that out. I don't see anything that was brought. I'm not pointing any fingers, Chad.
Invite me next time, Neal, and I'll make sure we got a little green root spread.
we aren't supposed to tell them the PGTV crew got it all.
Oh, they already have. Well, last to know. Well, we certainly appreciate your time and what you're doing, whether it is a leisure activity, like coming down to see the Tigers, it's sports related, but we're a sports tourism activity, putting light on our destination so people will come here, but not only that first time, but having a great experience so they will come back. That return visitation is where you really see the growth of the economic impact, and you have been part of that, my friend, and we appreciate you.
Hey, thank you very much and look forward to being more of it. Thank you guys for what you do.